You may be stubborn, ignorant, lazy, or insane. If you keep sitting the same stand, sit after sit, with no success, seeing very little, if nothing at all, then there's something wrong. Okay, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Okay, if you're sitting the same stand every single weekend, let's say you work all week and you're sitting the same stand every single time, and you have no success, don't be afraid to move your stand. Clearly, you're not in the right spot, or it might have been the right spot early season, but now it's fall and you're just nowhere near where the deer are. Okay, people think that once October rolls around and the hunting season rolls in, that these deer go nocturnal. They don't just go nocturnal. They don't just say, oh, it's daylight, time to bed down and not move until it's dark again. The deer are somewhere during daylight. It's just not where you are. All right, the October lull happens for a reason, or quote unquote, the October lull. Okay, normally that kicks in once hunting season rolls around. So there's a lot more people in the woods, a lot more hunters. Okay, there's a lot more added pressure. And most hunters are only maybe a couple hundred yards in the woods, a mile max. So when you have all this influx of hunters going into the woods, it's pushing the deer from here all the way over there. And they're only hitting your spot at night because they're feeling pressured. They're all new scents in the woods, or you're bumping them all the time. There's a reason they travel. Plus, their needs change from summer to fall. I talk about this in other videos as well. It goes from what they need during the summer versus what they need in the fall. They need different things. But I'm going to focus on, don't be afraid to move your stand on this in this video. Okay? Timing is key in everything. You have to hunt the right time in the right place. So summer, if you're having them during the summer and you have a chance to shoot them early season like we do in New Jersey, you might have 1-2 weeks to where you have them all summer, and the first 2 weeks is your best chance, is the most patternable, and you can really capitalize on them. But then once fall starts kicking in a little more later in September into October, and everyone's like, I have no deer, they're all gone, they all went nocturnal. I have all my friends telling me this too. It's like, they're still there. You just have to move your camera. That's what you have to do, move your stand. I literally, if my cameras go dead for a while, then I will move my camera and just scout. Like I scouted yesterday. It's October 27th or 28th right now. And I went out yesterday in the morning for 2 hours because the camera I had out just had no activity. So I took a little walk, a little stroll, a couple hundred yards away, and I found, no exaggeration, 50 rubs and about 20 scrapes all within the 200-yard area. I put my camera there, literally within the first 2 hours, had a really nice 8-pointer show up on camera. The deer are still there, they're just not where your camera is. If your cameras have everything to nothing, they're still there. So what I like to do is I like to run a camera for a week, 2 weeks. I know a lot of people have like their favorite spot. So instead of moving your stand right away, I like to move your camera, see what's over there, just a little bit of intel. All right, clearly, if you just move your camera, then if you move your camera from a spot that is already dead with nothing there, then you're really not missing anything. A lot of people have like FOMO, like what they're gonna miss out. Like if I move my camera, then what if he comes in and when my camera's not there? One, you just put another camera there. You put a cheap little $50 camera there in the spot that you just moved it from under your stand, and put your better camera in the spot that, or in a spot that you're gonna scout and find more sign. Make a mock scrape a little bit farther away. What I like to do, I like to look where deer actually should be. Deer are edge creatures. So especially me, I live up in the mountains of New Jersey. Okay, northern New Jersey is a lot of mountains. So I like to look either on the edge of swamps, on the edge of creeks, during funnels, in the mountains. A lot of times there's a lot of mountain laurel, a lot of low shrubbery, and you just follow that edge line, and that's exactly what I did yesterday. I worked a power line edge right along a thick mountain laurel that was kind of a funnel, rubs all straight up the edge of the shrubbery, and it was about a couple hundred yards away from my old stand. So I put a camera there, right on 2 scrapes that were already there. I just freshened them up, and I'm waiting to see what that camera holds. I'm going to check it in a couple days, and hopefully there's a big buck on there that I can go chase. Hunting the current sign is key. Okay, once summer rolls into the fall, you want to start hunting them rubs, you want to start hunting them scrapes. There's a reason the deer are not there. Once they start looking for their fall food, their fall cover, all right, during the summer, they can't be in the thickest stuff possible. All right, they're velvet, They just literally cannot be there. Once fall rolls around, they can go basically anywhere, and they like going into that thick cover. So I start moving my stuff once fall starts rolling in, especially if my cameras are dead during the summer. I leave them there right until fall rolls in, because then I'm able to really see what's moving into my area. If you have summer bucks, a lot of time that's a bad thing, because you're not going to hold them all year long. So a lot of times where my spots are, because I hunt a lot of public land, if my cameras are dead during the summer, then I just leave them. And then all the bucks start rolling in. And everyone thinks that I'm going to have a bad year. And then, like a light switch, all the deer start moving in. So it's key. All right. There's a couple things you want to look at when I talk about timing. All right. I just went over summer and fall. All right, there's a transition period that happens from summer to fall. So timing, if you could hunt early season again, you could still hit them on their summer pattern. Hunting fall, you might have to move your spot or just move 100 yards. Just get a little bit new intel, just hunt the current sign. And then you have that fall to winter transition, and then you have winter. So fall winter transition, right now it's like the rut's heating up, so anything can happen, but I'm hunting all those rubs, all those scrapes right now. Fall winter transition, they're going back to food. All right, they are slaves to their stomachs. Food is just key to them once they start hitting like really into the winter months, late November, into December, into January. You still have some rut that's carrying on into that, and all the fawns that are bred, or all the fawns that go into heat late season, all right, you're still going to have some bucks that are traveling trying to get the last piece of tail out there. All right, you want to start hunting food when it starts coming to winter. Food is key on winter. So somewhere you're going to hunt them in the summer really isn't going to be the place you hunt them in the fall, and then it might not be the same place you hunt them in the winter. All right, here I'm hunting mainly food sources, the transition area between the bedding and food, solely between bedding and food. That's where I'm hunting. Fall, I could stretch out a little more, hunt their acorn flats, hunt their rub lines, hunt their scrapes. I love doing rattling. I love grunting. It is key this time of year. If you keep hunting the same and going home deerless, empty-handed, you're doing something wrong. Just don't be afraid to move your stand, move your camera. I am always out scouting, even during the midst of hunting season. I love taking a little stroll, finding new sign, finding new rubs, and a lot of times that's how I kill my biggest deer. All right, out of all these stands I have out, the best hunts I have is when my cameras go dead. I go on a little walk, I find the best sign, the current sign that's happened within that week, and then I hunt that current sign, normally just in a little makeshift blind, because me personally, sometimes I'm just too lazy to move my stand, so I like just still hunting. I either still hunt or just make a little makeshift blind out of sticks and all the surrounding foliage, and I have the best hunts. That's how I've killed two of my biggest deer. No tree stand, no blind. My biggest deer I've made a little makeshift blind out of. But the second one, I was just still hunting during the rut, hunting the current sign. I was hunting over here. I went all the way over here, and there he is. Kicked him right up, chasing does, coming back in, and I was able to shoot him. An 8.5-year-old whitetail. It works on all these mature deer. Hunt the current sign. That is key. Just don't be afraid to move your stand. If you keep doing it, don't be insane. All right, I'm Mike with Obviously Outdoorsman. If you enjoy this style of video, I'm going to try pumping out as many as I could to help you guys out. I know there's a lot of new hunters that are trying to get into it. It's very difficult for them. Why am I not shooting any deer? Why am I not seeing any deer? What am I doing wrong? I'm getting a lot of DMs recently like, hey, can I shadow you? All right, personally, I don't know if I want to start getting into that yet, but I do want to keep putting these videos out to help you. So hopefully this video has helped you. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, comments in general. And you can just check out the channel to see all these other videos I have out here. And you can check out the podcast, Obviously Outdoorsman. I think there's just about 50 out there with just a lot of the same topics, audio format, video format. And you can check it out here on YouTube. I'm Mike, Obviously Outdoorsman. Don't be afraid to move your stand. Have a good hunt. Stay stealthy.